Hello, guys. Come in and let's talk about depression. Depression, being depressed. Come in and let's talk about depression, depression. That's our topic for today's discussion. Hello, guys. Come in, come in, come in. And let's talk about depression. Come in, guys. Come in, guys. And let's talk about depression, being depressed. That's our topic for today's discussion, depression. So come in, guys, and let's talk. Come in, guys, and let's talk. Come in, guys. Come in, guys. Come in, guys. Come in, guys, and let's talk about depression, being depressed. The meaning of depression is a medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think and act. So depression is a medical illness that affects how you think, how you feel, how you think, and how you act. So that's the meaning of depression. It affects how you feel, the way you think, and the way you act. That's the meaning of depression. So depression comes when we think too much about our problems. We may be having some problems that we think there is no help from anyone, or we think the problems are too much for us. So we always feel sad. We are always feeling sad. We always have some sadness in us. We always have some sadness. And also the way we act because of the thinking. If even if you are going to the washroom, you find yourself in the kitchen. And if you are going to the kitchen, you find yourself in the bedroom because the way you act and the way you think, everything have changed. Everything have changed. So that means you are depressed. So this evening, what I want to talk about is if you have any problem or if there is any problem that you are facing, if you are facing any problem, just do your part. Just do your part. Just do your part. If there is any problem that you are facing, just do your part. Do your part and leave the rest to God. Just do your part and leave the rest to God. So that's my topic for today. If there is any problem that you are facing, just do your part and leave the rest to God. It's only God that can help you. Excuse me, guys. So that's what I have for you this evening. If you are encountering and if you are sick or if you are ill and you think there is no solution, just pray to God, do your part. If it's appointment that you need to make, just make your just make your appointment and go to the hospital. Do your part and leave the rest to God. Just do your part. If you want a job, try and make if you want a job, what you do is you make and you go in and make application or write application to the various jobs that you want. Just pray and leave the rest to God. Just pray and leave the rest to God. So we shouldn't think too much about certain things. We are human beings. We are human beings. We are human beings, and sometimes we are going to think about some issues. Sometimes we'll be thinking about some issues and we'll be worrying about some things that we think we're supposed to have and we are not having. So you always think about some of the things we think at this time we're supposed to have those things and we are not having, so we will be worried. So my advice to all of us is, if you are encountering or if you are facing or if you are facing any problem, do what you, you're supposed to do, or do your part. Do your part and let's leave the rest to God. Do your part. As I was saying, if you are facing any issue or if you are facing issues in your marriage, do as do your work or do your work as a married wife by cooking, keeping your house clean, or doing all the things that you're supposed to do as a married wife. Pray to God for directions. In so doing, you are doing your part. You are doing your part, and you leave the rest to God. After doing your part, you leave the rest to God. So we shouldn't think too much about some of the things that we're supposed to have, about some of the things that we think we're supposed to have and we are not having. We shouldn't think too much about those things. Sometimes we need to forget about our problems. Sometimes we need to forget about our problems and just enjoy life. We should enjoy the small things that we have. We shouldn't think by this time I need to build a house, I need to buy a car, I need to do this. If you have all those things, it's good. But if you don't have them too, you need to take your time and work, and you need to take your time and work towards it. You don't need to think too much, forcing too much to achieve some of the things that you think you're supposed to have. And if you do all those things, you always get depressed. And depression too is a very serious illness. Depression is a very serious illness. So we should do our part and leave the rest to God. And when you are depressed, you think differently. You think differently. Even going to public sometimes will not be easy for you. Going to public, if there is a social gathering that you're supposed to go there. You always look down on yourself that, oh, I can't go to this place. I don't think this place is suitable for me. I will fit this place, so I don't want to go. No, you should always encourage yourself. And we shouldn't always discourage ourselves. We shouldn't always discourage ourselves. We should be in a position of encouraging ourselves day in and day out. And sadness, we should remove any form of sadness from our hearts. Any form of sadness, we should remove all those sadness and some bad feelings that we always have about ourselves. We should put a stop to that. And I think being depressed will not be part of our life, or depression will not be part of our life. So depression is our topic of discussion today. Now back to my Ghana language. Abusuafo nea meka nyinaa ne sɛ, yɛfrɛ biribi depression. Na sɛ wonya saa depression a, da bia na wodwendwen bebree, da bia na worra hɔ, da bia na ayɛ sɛ wodeɛ wonka nipa ho, da bia na ayɛ sɛ wodeɛ wonka nipa ho. Adwendwen ne kɔdanda bebree. Bɛnnɛ no nea meka ne sɛ, wodwendwendwen kɔsi sɛ koraa na wontumi ɛmfa nsa baako koraa ɛmfa nka wodeɛ ho. ana wontumi enye bibia enti sisi a nea ɔbɛyɛ ne sɛ wobɛgyae adwendwen no nyinaa na nea ɛsɛ wo no woyɛ no nea ɛsɛ woyɛ no a ɛbɛboa wo ama nneɛma bi a wɔpɛ nsesaeɛ bi a wɔpɛ wɔ w'abrabɔ mu no aba mu no saa nneɛma no na ɛsɛ yɛyɛ na saa nsesaeɛ no ne nneɛma pa no ɛtumi ɛba yɛabrabɔ mu nti da bia na ɛni kwan sɛ yɛfeel bad about ourselves sɛ kɛsei ne saa stage wei na ɛsɛ medu na menduiɛ nti ebia na Nyame adi m'aborɔ daabi ɛni kwan sɛ obu wo ho abɔmfiaa da biara da bia na ɛsɛ ɔma w'ani gye sɛ sɛnea ɛtie biara no nsesaeɛ bɛtumi aba sɛnea ɛtie biara no changes bi bɛtumi aba ɛwɔ situation a wɔwɔ mu no mu nti no ɛni kwan sɛ da bia wote hɔnom na awerɛhoɔ ho da bia na wɔredi awerɛhoɔ ɛwɔ mu baabi a ɛsɛ wokɔ koraa no a ɛnam saa awerɛhoɔ no ne sɛnea wɔreyɛ wo ho no nti no anaasɛ sɛnea wɔwɔ act no nti no baabi a obiara koraa tumi kɔ no wokɔ hɔ pɛ na abu wo ho abɔmfiaa na ayɛ wo sɛ deɛ wodeɛ wɔmfata hɔ no ho nti no wontumi nkɔ hɔnom bi nti mberɛ ne abere nyinaa ɛsɛ wo no nipa no wotumi ɛhyɛ wo ho den ansa na obi bɛtumi atuufo anaasɛ obi bɛtumi no ahyɛ wo den no ɛsɛ wo nipa no wotumi hyɛ wo ho den in the first place na wotumi hyɛ wo ho den a wo encourage yourself a afei afotuo bi a obiara de bɛba no saa afotuo no nso ɛbɛtumi atake impact anaasɛ saa afotuo no nso ɛbɛtumi aboa wo so we should always encourage ourselves first. Don't wait for anyone to encourage you or don't wait for anyone to discourage you that you are this, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go this way, you can't come to this side. No, you should always encourage yourself. Feel free. Remove any sadness from your heart. Don't feel bad about yourself. And I think in doing that, depression will not be part of your life. So that's my topic for today's discussion. Abusuafo nea meka ho asɛm sisi a ne sɛ ɛni kwan sɛ wotena ase na wodwendwen bebree na ɛsɛ wo ho teetee wo wonhu nea wonyɛ adwendwen no kɔdanda bebree nti da biara no na wɔhaahae na wɔteetee bɛnyɛ saa na ɛsɛ abrabɔ no ɛyɛ nti me deɛ ne sɛ problem bi wɔ hɔnom a sɛ problem bi wɔ hɔ anaasɛ wɔɔfa ɔhaw bi anaasɛ wɔɔfa teetee bi mu a wɔwɔ deɛ a wobɛyɛ ne sɛ part a ɛsɛ woyɛ no sɛ yareɛ na woyare a sɛ appointment na ɛsɛ wo make a ɛsɛ wo make appointment no wokɔ hospital na nneɛma bi a doctor no bɛka akyerɛ wo no ɛndi wei ɛnyɛ sei na wowɔ adi so wodi so a woabɔ mpaeɛ aka ho na nea aka no nyinaa no woagyaa nea aka no nyinaa ma Awurade sɛ Awurade me deɛ mayɛ me part o nti part a aka no magyae ama wo na hwɛ nea Awurade ɛbɛtumi ayɛ wɔ w'abrabɔ mu nti sisi a no yɛ second point a nea yɛsan sua biom yɛ signs of depression. Nti one of the signs of depression is that you always feel sadness. Sadness is one of the signs of depression. Now, secondly, signs of depression may be a loss of interest in activities. Nti yɛn de kan fa first point no. Da biara na werɛ ahow ho. Da biara na werɛ ahow ho. Da biara na wodi awerɛhoɔ bi wɔ mu. Da biara na wodi awerɛhoɔ wɔ ɔkoma mu. Nti wodi awerɛhoɔ na wo nipadua no koraa no, wo body no koraa no ɛsesa. Ebia na wo age no ndɔɔso. Wo age no sa. Nso no da biara na wo look old. Ɛnam adwendwen, esu ne awerɛhoɔ no a wode ahyɛ wo mu no nti da biara no na what depressed. You are always depressed. Nti no yɛnto adwendwen no bi ngu. Na yɛnyɛ yɛ part a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ. Na yɛngyaa nea aka no mfa mma Awurade. Sɛ ɛyɛ awareɛ, sɛ ɛyɛ yawaresɛm mu, sɛ ɛyɛ awoɔ mu, sɛ ɛyɛ yareɛ mu, sɛ ɛyɛ adwumasɛm mu. You just do your part and leave the rest to God. Tell him, Lord, I've done my part, so the rest is for you to continue. And the Lord is going to continue from where you ended. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for your love and thank you for your support. Okay, so on the signs of depression, the second point is loss of interest in activities. Loss of interest in activities. Even you'll not be happy or you'll not feel to cook. Even cooking will be a problem for you. You lose interest. You lose interest in some of the activities that you were doing before. You lose interest in some of the activities that you were doing before. So if you were always cooking food in the house, when depression comes, you will not find it easy, or you find it difficult to cook. Cooking will not be easy for you again. Cooking will not be easy for you. And in all activities, even in bed, you not feel for sex because of depression. You are always sad. You are always worried about the problems that you are going through. So what I'm here to say is, if you are encountering any problem, or if you are facing any problem, just do your part. Yours is to do your part and leave the rest. And leave the rest for God. Do your part and leave the rest for God. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. And thank you for your support. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your love and thank you for your support. I really appreciate your presence here, guys. I really appreciate your presence here. Thank you all for your love. Thank you for your time. And thank you for your support, guys. I really appreciate your presence here. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your love and thank you for your support. So we are still on depression. Abusuafo nti nea meka ho asɛm nyinaa ne sɛ signs of depression no. Signs of depression no, ebi ne awerɛhoɔ. Ebi ne awerɛhoɔ. Da biara na wodi awerɛhoɔ wɔ mu. Da biara na awerɛhoɔ woresu, worehaehae, na woreteetee. Ɛno ne signs of depression ne baako. So one of the signs of depression is sadness. You always feel sad. You'll be crying. Happiness will not be part of you. You always be crying, not feeling happy, always sad. So we should try our best to put a stop to all the kind of bad feelings or the sadness that we have in our heart. We should go away with all the sadness or all the problems. My point is, if you are facing any problem, don't discourage yourself in one way or the other. Don't discourage yourself in one way or the other. So, what you're supposed to do is do your part, just do your part, and leave the rest to God. Just do your part and leave the rest to God. Do your part. Do your part. So, the third sign of depression. The third sign of depression is excessive crying. So you always feel to cry. If the small things that someone will tell you, even some phone calls that you hear, then you start to cry. You start to cry. Always crying. For the bia na wodi awerɛhoɔ wɔ mu. Da biara na wosu. If the small things that you hear from a friend, from your husband, then you start to cry. So when you find yourself in such situations, that means you are depressed. Sadness is our first point. Sadness is our first point. Loss of interest in activities. Loss of interest in activities is our second point. Loss of interest in activities is our second point. Now, excessive crying, always crying. That's another point, excessive crying. And our fourth point is sometimes you cannot sleep. You'll be having sleepless nights. You will always have sleepless nights. Sleepless nights, always. Sleepless nights. And the other point is waking up. Early waking. Abusuafoɔ point baako a ɛbɛma wɔahu sɛ woanya depression anaasɛ you are depressed ne sɛ woda a wontumi nda. Wo a wontumi nda no nso a ɛbɛbɔ 4 o'clock na wasɔre. Nyɛ sɛ wokɔ adwuma, nyɛ sɛ wokɔ baabi a, ba wontumi nda nti no wobɛsɔre ntɛm. Wontumi nda. Nti kakra bi a na wasɔre, kakra bi a na wasɔre, kakra bi a na wosu, kakra bi a na wɔhahae, kakra bi a na wɔteetee. Nti ɛno na ɛyɛ signs of depression. Nti yɛ signs of depression a yɛwɔ no, ɛno na yɛka ɛho asɛm no. Da biara na awerɛhow, da biara na wosu, da biara na wɔhahae, da biara na wɔteetee. Nti ɛno na ɛyɛ one of the signs of depression that we have. Da biara na awerɛhow, da biara wosu, da biara wɔteetee. Nti signs of depression baako ne awerɛhoɔ. Baako ne sɛ woda a wontumi nda. Woda kakra bi a na w'ani so ate. Wopɛ sɛ woda biom nso wontumi nda. Woda kakra bi a w'ani so ate. Wopɛ sɛ woda biom nso wontumi nda. So one of the signs of depression is sadness or sad. You always feel sad between you, or you always feel that you are not happy. You are not a happy person on this earth. So that sadness is one point or one sign, one of the signs which will tell you that you are depressed. One is sadness, or feeling sad or always. Feeling sad always. That's one of the points of depression. That's one of the points of depression. And our second point is loss of interest in activities. Loss of interest in activities. loss of interest in activities. You will not be happy in doing the activities that you were doing before the depression comes. No. Nneɛma bi a na woyɛ no dada no, sisi ano ntumi nyɛ saa nneɛma no. Woyɛ a na ɛyɛ w'ani ha. Woyɛ a na ɛyɛ sɛ wo honam nyinaa nyɛ wo yie. Nti wo go through saa situation no nyinaa no, na woahu sɛ you are depressed. That will tell you that you are depressed. You are depressed. So, wofa saa nneɛma no nyinaa mu a, ɛno ne bɛkyerɛ sɛ wonyɛ obi a woyɛ happy person. First one, wonyɛ obi a woyɛ happy person. Na second one nso no, w'ani ngye wɔ abrabɔ mu. Da biara wohahae na wɔtetee na wosu. Nti ɛno ne bɛkyerɛ sɛ woyɛ depressed. Ɛno ne bɛkyerɛ sɛ so that is going to tell you that you are in the state of depression or you are depressed. And the other point is excessive crying. Excessive crying. Some of we, the women, we like crying. The crying is too much for us. So with the little thing, asɛm kakraa bi no, na wabu w'ani na wosu. Asɛm a ɛnyɛ sɛ yɛsu koraa na esu bɛba sisi a. Nti wohu obi na kakraa bi na obu n'ani na wosu. Ɛsusu na ɛno nso yɛ one of the signs of depression. And also one of the signs of depression. Nti abere ne abere nyinaa no, ɛni kwan sɛ yɛtumi ha yɛn ho bebree. Yɛha yɛn ho bebree sɛ kyɛnkyɛn sɛ menya wei, kyɛnkyɛn sɛ meyɛ sei daabi. Wo deɛ wo part na ɛyɛ sɛ woyɛ no. Wo no yɛ wo part no, na nea aka no, waka akyerɛ Awurade sɛ, Awurade mayɛ me part nti magyae nea aka no ama wo. Nti woyɛ wo part na wogyae nea aka no ma Awurade a, nea ɛbɛyɛ biara no, Awurade no nso ɛbɛhyɛ ne ho anuonyam. Nti no, yeah. Second point no, ɛno ne excessive crying. Na your fourth one yɛ early waking. Abusuafoɔ sɛ woyɛ depressed a, woda a wontumi nda. Wobɛyɛ force ara sɛ wobɛda no, na sɛ wotumi da koraa no nso a, kakraa bi a na w'ani so atew. Nti saa nneɛma no nyinaa ɛkɔ so wɔ abrabɔ mu a, ɛno ne bɛkyerɛ sɛ woyɛ depressed. Sɛ wofeesi saa nneɛma no nyinaa na wahu sɛ nneɛma bi nkɔ yie. Nti hospital na ɛyɛ sɛ wokɔ a, na ɛyɛ sɛ wokɔ hospital na sɛ advice bi na wobɛnya afi doctor hɔ a, wo doctor no bɛma wo advice a, anaasɛ ɔbɛkyerɛkyerɛw nneɛma bi a ɛyɛ sɛ woyɛ a, na kyerɛ sɛ watumi akyerɛkyerɛw saa nneɛma na ɛde asomdwee ne ahotɔ aba. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your love. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Nti na abusuafo, ɛni kwan sɛ yɛha yɛn ho bebree. Ɛwɔ nneɛma bi ho. Abere ne abere nyinaa sɛ yɛfa problem bi mu, anaasɛ yɛfeesi ɔhaw anaasɛ yɛfa tetee bi mu a, nea ɛyɛ sɛ yɛyɛ ne sɛ, yɛbɛyɛ yɛ part. Nea ɛyɛ sɛ yɛyɛ ne sɛ, yɛnyɛ deɛ ɛyɛ sɛ yɛyɛ no, ɛsɛ yɛyɛ deɛ na yɛgyae nea aka no ɛde ma Awurade. Ɛyɛ sɛ yɛyɛ part a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ na yɛgyae nea aka no ɛde ma Awurade. Sorry guys. Always feeling sad. There are some people, anytime you see their face or anytime you meet them, you know that this person is not a happy person. The way he or she has made her face tells you that some things are not moving on well with that person. So we should always try and manage some of the problems that we are having. We should always, if you are having or if you are facing any problem, what I will tell you is just do your part. If you are having some sickness or if you are ill, just go to the hospital. You can make an appointment, go to the hospital, do your point. Try and do your part. Thank you for the thumbs up. Someone just gave me a thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Try and do your part. Go to the hospital, take your medications well, and leave the rest to God. Go to the hospital, take your medications, and leave the rest to God. Don't think too much. And the sadness, our first point, on signs of depression, the first one is hello, hello, hello. Hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. How are you doing? Thank you for coming. Today, my topic is on depression. How we can manage. Okay, thank God that you are doing well. My topic is on depression. So if you have any contribution, you can come in with your contribution. Thank you for coming, dear. Depression. So, as I was talking about, depression is also an illness. They said it's a medical illness that affects how you feel. Depression is a medical illness that affects how you feel. You always feel bad. You always feel bad about yourself. You always feel bad about yourself. So when your man tells you that you can't go to this place, you are not fit for this position, then you should know that that's one sign of depression. And our second sign is sadness, or you can see from your whole heart that you are not a happy person. You'll be thinking about a whole lot of things. So we shouldn't harbor sadness, or we shouldn't always put sadness in our heart. Sadness is one of the signs of depression. We shouldn't feel sad. We shouldn't always feel sad about the situation that we are going through. If you are facing any problem, just do your part. If it's about the problems in your marriage, do as a married, do your work as how any married wife does her work. Do your part and leave the rest to God. Thinking too much will not help. And when you think too much, that will not let, I don't know how to put it. Thinking too much will not let the problem go away. Thinking too much will not let the problem go away. So we should reduce how we think. We should remove, we should reduce how we think. We should always try and reduce it. And we shouldn't feel sad about ourselves that at this time I supposed I was supposed to reach this stage, and look at where I am. So I'm not a happy person. So don't discourage yourself in the first place. Don't discourage yourself, and don't feel sad about your situation that things are not moving on well for you. In doing that, you are putting yourself in depression. You are putting yourself in depression. So we should do our parts as human beings and leave the rest to God. We should do our part as human beings. Hello, hello, hello. There's a hoof. Hello. Thank you for coming. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. And you? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And thank you for the thumbs up too. Hello, hello, hello. There's a wolf said, hello, everyone. You are all welcome. You are all welcome here. You are also welcome here. Thank you for coming, dear. Today, our topic is on depression. We are discussing about depression. So, if you have any contributions, you can come in with your contribution. Thank you all for coming. And if you don't have anyone to go ahead and grab the person. If you don't have me to, you can grab me. Just leave a